Guys, if Dillon Danis wins, it's going to be the apocalypse for Logan Paul's career. The apocalypse. I wasn't going to cover this fight, but now I have to watch the fight. After watching the presser, I got enticed to watching the fight. Why would I want to watch a pro wrestler versus a grappler in a boxing match? Well, let's just say Dillon Danis has hit record numbers on Twitter. Absolutely record numbers. You've all heard about it. Some of his tweets got over 100 million impressions. I don't know how that's possible. I live in a country of 40 million people. Like, I just walk around and look at all the people out there. That's how many people saw these tweets. Like double the population of Canada, over double the population of Canada, significantly over. How on earth is this man getting so many Twitter impressions? Well, he seems to hit a new level of trolling. Logan Paul's fiance obviously has been the target. Now, usually guys, you'll never see me approve of a fighter attacking or smack talking anyone outside of the fighter he's fighting. If you're fighting Logan Paul, talk about Logan Paul. I get it. You guys are building the fight. It's mutual. You guys are going to go back and forth. There's a certain, there's certain topics that are off limits, of course. You don't want to hit below the belt. But Dillon Danis has been attacking, not Logan Paul, but his current fiance, just attacking her. Now, normally I would come on here and I'll just condemn him and actually not even talk about him. However, from what I understand, the things he's been posting about her are things she has live on her social media. With the exception, I believe, of one picture. I think one picture he posted that's not her. She didn't post publicly, or there's a video of her there's a video of her that seems to be a public video. She's giving a video saying, hey, anybody out there know where I can get a man to come and pleasure himself with me, or I can, she's saying in different words, guys. She's saying in the most vile way, like, oh, I just need to absolutely get somebody come here and crush me. Guys, not the words she used. Guys, she used more vile words. Like I'm trying to tiptoe around the sensitive topic. She was very, very, how do you say, vulgar and like embarrassing. So embarrassing. Like she's just asking anybody, hey, I'll just take anybody. Anybody, if you don't have an STD, come on down. Mind-blowing. Now, Logan Paul is engaged to this woman, and Dillon Danis is just hammering him on the press conference. Hammering him. Guys, Dillon Danis has already won this fight. I don't care what happens. I don't care if he gets sued. I don't care if he gets knocked out. He has destroyed Logan Paul, man. He has destroyed. There's no way. There's no. Guys, tell me in the audience. Tell me in the chat. Who won the psychological warfare? Like, can a Logan Paul recover from this? I don't think he marries his girl. I hope he doesn't. Honestly. I don't want to be judgmental or anything like that, but I'll tell you something. I hope he doesn't. The amount of men she's been with is out of control. Like, I get it. Everybody has a past, but this is out of control. Like, there's a picture of her sitting down with her head tilted back and some guy pouring a drink in her mouth. But he's holding it like if it was his, And I'm sure it was a photo shoot or whatnot. Ask how much would you have to pay me to take a picture like that? There's no amount of money. There's no amount of money that I would accept to take a picture like that. Not my kids. If my kids did that, I would crush them. And there's no amount of money. Nobody in my arm's reach would ever do such a thing. Like, what a vile way to pose. Now, I don't think she did it for millions of dollars. I think she did it because she wants to be famous. But some things are not for sale. I mean, please, people, agree with me here. Agree with me, please. Some things are not for sale. I think Logan Paul is learning the hard way that some things are not for sale. Let me tell you what he said during the press conference that I thought was absolutely ridiculous and stupid. He said to Dillon Danis, hey, Dillon, my fiance's condo is worth more than you'll ever... Something about his fiance's condo being really, really expensive. Where Dillon retorted, yeah, because Leonardo DiCaprio bought it for her. Meaning, he sexed her up and he bought her instead of paying her, instead of making her, instead of the transaction being completely illegal, he's like, let me buy you a gift. But, okay, it was funny. The crowd was like oohing and ahhing, and Logan Paul got burned on that one really badly. But the fact that Logan Paul was trying to value his fiance, saying, hey, look, my fiance is so great. She's so great. Let me tell you how great she is. She has a condo that's very expensive. Like, that's how he assesses the value of human beings. deserves a slap for this, honestly. Like, this is just, like, he needs a life lesson. I hope, guys, I think Logan Paul, I'm going to look at the stats here. You guys are telling me 60-40 Dillon Danis wins. Guys, Dillon Danis is not a boxer. I doubt the fight is that tight. I think Logan is bigger. Logan is more experienced in boxing. Dillon Danis is not a boxer. Why would Logan Paul want to box a grappler? I don't know. Maybe they have a past history and he just wants to put it on him. But this was a very, very, very bad pre-fight build-up for Logan Paul. It completely eviscerated his relationship. I doubt he ever marries the girl. He put $1 million ring. I heard it's a $1 million ring on her finger. That's insane. The girl has a history of breaking up. Guys, when you meet a woman who's had so many partners as a girl like Nina, she's really good at breaking up. She's a black belt grandmaster in breaking up. She meets a guy, she spends her time with him, and she knows she'll break up with him eventually, and she'll move on to the next guy, and she'll move on to the next guy. Look, guys, eventually her looks will start wearing off, and she's going to want to bag a guy. And she's going to bag a guy, but if another guy comes around who's also older, who's also looking for an older woman, she's going to take him. If he's got more money than Logan Paul, if he has an advantage, if she thinks, hey, if I divorce Logan Paul, I'll take half his riches, she will flip on you. She has a history of flipping. Now, is it guaranteed she flips on him? No, it's not guaranteed, but she has a history of flipping on her partners. I think it's a monstrously horrible idea. He gave her $1 million ring. Guys, from what I understood, he rug pulled his audience. He promised to pay back $1 million. Instead of putting $1 million back into the crypto victims, he puts $1 million on her finger. I think the crypto world should be very upset with Logan Paul. I know, look, I would never buy a crypto from Logan Paul, ever. However, I will tell you that if I was a victim of his rug pull, I would be furious. She's walking around with $1 million ring, but you owe your followers over $1 million. Insanity, guys. However, we're all going to tune in. Because of this insanity, we're all going to tune in. I think Dillon Danis completely crushed him. I heard he's getting sued now. From what I understand, the content he posted was public. If it wasn't public, if he hacked her account, he's the biggest lowlife. However, I don't think he was. Those pictures seem very public. I saw videos of her talking like she's saying, I don't do marriage. I only do bank accounts. No, I won't get married. I'm only going to do bank accounts. Now, maybe she's saying that to be, funny and get attention or whatnot. But however, still, man, you couldn't pay me to say something like that. You couldn't pay me to say anything like that. I found that completely humiliating. I feel bad for Logan Paul. I think Dillon Danis did him a huge favor. I hope Logan Paul wakes up. I hope he betters himself as a human being. I hope so. And I hope he doesn't end up like Will Smith, like completely distraught, having kids. And then, guys, when women have kids, when you have kids with a woman, then the power shifts. Now she's got you by the you-know-what. Now she's really got you by the you-know-what. You know why? Those kids love her. You love those kids. And she has a grip on their mind. And she now has leverage over you. Those of you who've been married and have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Guys, if Dillon Danis wins, it's going to be the apocalypse for Logan Paul's career. The apocalypse. From what I understand, they're going to do a rematch in MMA. If Dillon Danis fights him in boxing, I think he's going to get knocked out. But I hope it's a fair fight. Look, I would like to see. I'm not a big Logan Paul fan. Okay, I like Jake Paul better, much better. The more I watch him fight, the more I see him. I think I like him better and better. I think he could really fight. I think he's got the guts. Logan's fighting a grappler in boxing. I don't know what that's about. It's not really impressive. He got down on one knee, gave $1 million ring to a girl who, how do you say, she's our wife. She's I don't know who the hell raised this man. I don't know who the hell raised Logan Paul. But listen, guys, I don't want to publicly shame her, but I mean, she did it to herself. She posts all sorts of pictures of herself doing all sorts of nasty things, asking people. I'm not gonna get into it. You guys saw it online. The woman has over 100 million impressions. That's insane. That's just one tweet. It's insane. Western women are largely haram, not halal. That's from Path Forward Creatives. Guys, I blame the men. The men in the West They don't stand up for themselves. They don't draw a line in the sand. Guys, you shouldn't praise women who get sexy on the internet. You shouldn't praise them. I don't follow any of these girls. I don't follow any of these girls. I think you guys should try to like praise or promote conservative women. When you see a conservative woman, say, "Oh, well, look what a, this is the proper kind of woman. This is good. This is proper." I don't know how you would praise her, but be positive towards women who cover up. You guys are too much on the internet. You guys are too much on the internet praising and following and messaging girls who are dressed half naked. That's the real issue. So what happens is girls show more skin. Why? Because, hey, if I show more skin, I get more attention. I have more options. You're empowering them in the wrong direction. It's crippling society. I don't even know if it's fixable. That's why I'm going to stop talking about it, because I think it's a runaway train. I think it's just a nosedive. There's just no way to stop this train. I hate to say it. I hope he marries her. He deserves the struggle and divorce. That silver spoon fed Disney punk. Pompeii. Logan can't win. That's from time to musk up. I don't know. I think he's gonna crush. I think he's bigger, stronger. He's on the guys. One YouTuber went out there and challenged Paul to a USADA test. He said, if you do USADA test and you pass, I'll give you $100K. He's not doing the USADA test. Guys, they're on juice. Come on. Let's get real here. The guy's doing WWE. He's on juice. Dillon is natural. I'm pretty sure, 99% sure. Logan Paul is bigger, heavier weight, plus he's on juice. It's going to be an uphill battle for Dillon. Dillon's not a natural puncher. He's not a boxer. If they fight MMA, Dillon has a good chance. If they fight boxing, I don't see it. I hope I'm wrong. Why are you even talking about this? This is internet drama bullshit. That's from Wood. I agree. However, I can't believe the man got 100 million views. One post got over 100 million views. I looked at it like a week ago when it first came out. I couldn't believe it. I think the first day got over 100 million views. That's astronomical. I can't think of any tweet that ever got 100 million impressions. I can't even think of another tweet. That's why it's all over social media. What fights? Like, I look up what's upcoming fights. Guys, this is on top of the list. Every YouTube, if you put a fight, if you type in YouTube, if you type in the word fight, press conference, boom, Dillon Dennis and Logan Paul pop up. It's insane. He's definitely marrying that girl. That's from Rid. Guys, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. He's got too many demons in his head now. He probably didn't know. He probably didn't do a thorough search over her. I don't know, man. Try to put yourself in his shoes for a second. Try to put yourself in his shoes. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Not my cup of tea. No, honestly, just not my cup of tea.